rent review.
If you want to increase your house rent as a landlord or a landlady,
yes,
then give the tenant at least 2 years. The law does not say if you are being given a notice to quit, then you are not supposed to pay. No, you will pay.
Are you sure? Good expert make her use am like that. When she enter, you know say we no go school. Na evening school we go. So anyhow wey we dey talk am, make we accept am today. The number wey be say una go dey call, abeg, I mean no, call the number for English make we hear. Call the number for them. Oya.
For English.
That is the number wey be say una go dey call if una wan farm with us anywhere wey una dey. Una wan e get something wey dey chook you for mind, you wan know wetin law talk about that thing. When our lawyer enter, you go ask them, we dey waka come back, make you go carry lawyer come, make you use am drink the water. Brother, my sister wey dey house, you look times, you go see say time don dey give us signal make you do what, signal make you dey do program dey go. Like I said before, the barrister coming. I bring one way dey here. Abeg, join me welcoming the barrister to the program for the day. Make you clap for barrister. Okay. Make you clap for them. You don't join us now. I don't let you join us. Ima join us. Ima join us. Join us. Welcome our barrister.
Thank you very much.
I don't want to talk about you. I don't want to hype you because if I dey talk, people go dey say maybe we won't do over something. But this is one of the barrister wey be say when we talk say very humble, very loyal, very correct, very intelligent. One that say God go bless this woman. Say God go bless you. I don't know.
Bless you.
Amen. Man, e get a lot of things wey be say e dey chook our people for house. And how we go do am, we go like make we do am one after another. No be only me they asking questions. People are making ask. People go house from house too because we don't release number. This issue of human rights, we know say 1 hour no fit reach make you digest am. But I want you, I don't know maybe you fit speak pidgin English or any language where you fit speak correctly.
This is Nigeria, we are Nigerians. I can speak English, I can mix it up with Yoruba. Although I'm not too good at speaking Hausa. But I will ask Aminu to teach me.
Before, it's not problem. Make you clap for her. But before we go proceed, barrister, please tell the people where they are. What is your name?
My name is Oluwatoyin.
Oh.
Meaning you cannot be angry with water.
Oh.
But I usually shorten it to Inu. I am a mother, I am a wife, and I'm a lawyer.
Wow.
Clap go dey rise up on play. Not be say because say na lawyer. You know say we say in this platform, make I talk as a whole. We know they respect somebody. Now wetin that person dey do. That is why we dey call am program for all.
Program for none.
Program for none. I mean, program for all. Program for none. But wetin you dey do, your impact to the society, na we dey cherish pass. This woman no be first time, no be second time. We know a lot of things wey she don do, and she never collect one kobo from make I talk. Abeg, make you clap for her again for this wonderful time. Thank you very much. This issue of human rights now wetin dey chook people mind too much. E be like say some don actually make I say some people dey too fear, and make I say some people dey too take privilege, dey too dey take opportunity. When we talk of human rights now, how you fit explain for the people wey dey house wey dey understand?
Okay, like you have rightly said, the first thing I will talk about is the description of a right itself. What is a right? How do we describe? I can say a right is a fundamental principle of freedom or entitlement.
Na grammar be that oh. No be why they talk oh.
A fundamental principle of freedom or entitlement. A right, we can say a right is an entitlement. Something that is that someone is morally or legally entitled to. Something you are owing somebody, maybe legally, it's owing an individual, maybe legally or morally or otherwise. That thing belongs to that person. It may be inherent, it may be anyhow. But we will, well, as time goes on, as the program progresses, then we will talk about other things.
Thank you very much for that. Now, waiting belongs to every one of us. Everybody gets we dey say na only God dey help her, because the woman wey no dey charge, who dey help her? Na God dey carry her bill, and God will continue to carry your bill, madam. Thank you very much for always being there for us. This mama never charge us one kobo since we be say we don start, and we dey always talk am na air say God go dey help everyone of Make I Talk family. E get one question wey dey choke my mind before Ayon lady go come ask am concerning this tenancy and landlord. One matter dey our hand wey be say the landlord don give, I think 3 times back, notice for the tenant that pack comot. First time he give them 3 months, I guess. That 3 months exhausted, they no pack because say baba dey very near. Second time he give them notice too, 1 month. Third time he give them notice too, and they no pack comot. This notice now don pass 9 months, and they no pay the papa. Papa come cry out say, come on, make I talk. How have he handled this case? But make I talk as a peace family. We say, calm down first. Train him to make to get there from today. You will hear waiting there right for you, according to the law. Waiting landlord is supposed to advise them now.
Thank you. Baba didn't do it well. He didn't handle it well. Now, before you can give anybody a notice to quit, it's better for you to get a qualified lawyer. After, you cannot say you are the owner of your house and be keeping. People are so bitter these days. I am sorry to say, and they are ready to face anybody. They will look at you and believe, who is this? Just the landlord. Is not even a lawyer. Rewriting. But they tend to respect lawyers and letters more. Although they may put up a fight at the end of the day. But a lawyer will not fight them. A lawyer will just do the right thing and take them to court. But in most cases, they just live peacefully. When you are a yearly tenant, meaning which means you pay your rent.
When you pay your rent every year.
If you are paying your rent on yearly basis,
okay,
then you are entitled to 6 months undiluted. The tenant is entitled to 6 months undiluted notice to quit.
Hey, grandma, they speak. I mean, you clap for about this time. Grandma, they speak undiluted. This one English.
No, I just said it.
He said
it's just for Baba to know.
That undiluted.
We cannot remove anything. We cannot add anything to it. So if the person is a yearly tenant, then he's entitled to 6 months notice. If the person pays every 6 months, then he's entitled to 3 months notice. If he pays every 3 months, then he's entitled to like 1 month notice. And if he's a monthly tenant, is entitled to so on and so forth and so on. So there are laws guiding these things. So you cannot just wake up one day and say, this my tenant is paying on yearly basis and give the person 3 months notice. No, it's wrong. Even if you have slept on your rights, and maybe you did not remember, or because of one thing or the other, you did not give the person a notice to quit before the rent expires, then that is your business. You still have to give that person 6 months notice or 3 months notice and so on and so forth. Then, if at the end of the day, the time expires and the person is still there, you know the person has lost like 6 months rent. Yes. The person has not lost the 6 months rent. The law does not say if you are being given notice to quit, then you are not supposed to pay. No, you will pay.
Those people they always say
the law says you must pay.
They don't give me notice, I no go pay.
There is something we call arrears of rent.
Okay.
There is something we call main profits.
Oh God. And they hear us now. You don't need to waste your time, like I said. Say you won't come report, you won't go complain. When there is peace in society, we will also have rest. Please listen very well. He gets the question will be say the man has the like what time landlord gets right to increase his house. Yeah, rent review.
If you want to increase your house rent as a landlord or a landlady,
yes,
then give the tenant at least 2 years after the tenant must have moved into your house. You don't have a right to increase house rent before 2 years. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
yes.
2 years, like if I enter today, if I move into someone's house today, then the person does not have a right to increase my house rent until 2 years after I have moved into that house. But there are things, there are some things that can negate that fact. If you have a tenancy agreement, and it is written in that tenancy agreement that after this 1 year rent, the landlord or the landlady has the right to increase, maybe after the first payment or whatever, and you saw it before you moved in, and you agreed to it, then when you get to court, it will be sorted.
Okay. Another question, make I break am down because of the people wey be say, I know say this 1 hour no go reach us to digest everything, but I believe say next time when we call barrister, I know say you go answer us. If na tenants and landlord we fit digest very well, make you just pay attention to that, to especially the question wey be say e don come out, because they don carry theirself to wetin dey call am wutu before the man call us say make we come hear this matter, how e dey be for our side. The question wey I wan ask now, a state whereby the landlord give a tenant, abi the tenant parking to house, e never reach 2 years, and they no get any agreement between them that maybe after this also time I will be increasing my rent. You just say things don cost you know how economy, and you increase the rent, and the rent come increase more than percentage wey the tenant dey expect. E come lead to fight. Landlord come cut the light of the tenant. Wetin go happen for that? You know say na two things I ask them. First of all, they no get agreement say I fit increase, and the tenant never reach 2 years. As the tenant no come agree, say okay, instead of that I no go pay again, you go give me so time. Okay. Landlord come cut the light. Wetin you fit talk about that?
Now, as the law is protecting the landlord, so it is protecting the tenant. You don't just as a landlord or landlady wake up one morning and say you are leaving my house today. It used to happen in the past. The landlord will remove their roofing sheets, cut utilities and all that. It is wrong. If any landlord does anything of that nature, then the tenant can claim damages against the landlord. Because, for example, having something in the freezer, at the end of the day, you didn't know you was going to cut your landlord or whatever. The line, the tenant does not know the landlord is going to disconnect him and all that. And at the end of the day, the tenant gets disconnected. What happens to whatever he has? Maybe he or she has an underlying treatment and condition that he cannot even sleep
without lights.
Not without lights. Under the heat. Anything happens to the tenant, the landlord will have to bear the consequence. I hope you understand. But not when we are talking about prepaid meter. You don't cut prepaid meter. But if you are not paying, prepaid meter is just like a phone. If you don't recharge your phone, you will not have access to call people. So there's no way you can be, a landlord cannot be buying token. A landlord cannot be buying token for a tenant. So that is different. It's a whole lot of matter. It's a whole lot of issue. So if anything of that nature happens, then maybe you apply for court order or whatever, or you give the tenant all the statutory notices. Then you proceed to court. Don't do anything, as a landlord, don't do anything that is illegal.
I know say a lot of things dey our brother and sister.
You get wetin dem dey talk. I'm sorry to cut you short.
Yes.
You get wetin dem dey talk for Yoruba.
Yes.
Then they talk and say person wey don do something wey right before, wey you dey on your right, on top of your right, you can't go do something wey go make you turn to the person wey no good. Everything go don come turn on over your head. Ìwọ tó ti ṣe dáadáa tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tó tí wá aláre máa ń jẹ̀bi.
He say you wey you dey right,
So
you
that
dey
Alare
right.
will not don't do anything that is contrary. Get a lawyer.
A right man may become a wrong man at the end of the day. My brother, my sister, if you look time, you go see say time don dey give us signal make you do, or signal make you drink water. A lot of things dey our brothers and sisters mind, and I go allow us, all of us for this house, we just ask the question, because you know say when we talk of make I talk na large family wey be say e big pass anybody, any of us wey we dey here, and e get the way wey be say e get one thing wey barrister talk wey touch my mind. We go still go there. The more